and thank you for clicking on the video. I'm Scott Bryant, and this video is all about German volume training, which was designed or brought out by Charles Poliquin. Obviously he learnt from the Germans and then put his name to it and made it really, really popular. So I've been a personal trainer for 22 years. I've been working out for about 35 years. But it wasn't until I hit 19 that I really started to learn about lifting weights, getting stronger, getting bigger, getting faster. So then I became a master Chek practitioner in 2003, and that took me 6 years to get. And now I've decided that I want to do German volume training on my body, just because I'm 50 years old now, and I want to see if I can get some nice size and reduce my body fat levels because I'm getting older. And another reason is that all the supplements that Poliquin recommends, I've never really taken. I've taken stuff for gut healing and getting rid of parasites, getting rid of H. pylori and fungal infections and stuff like that. But never really taken anything like protein powders and stuff like that to get mass growth. So I've never really been a big fan of it. But after going over Charles Poliquin's books, which is mainly weight loss diets, he's on the back there, and then Poliquin's Principles, which I think this is one of his first books he brought out. There he is, looking huge there. Unfortunately, he died about 5 years ago of a heart attack, which was genetic in his family, so it wasn't caused by supplementation or drugs. So there's another book, Modern Trends in Strength Training. Here's another book, which is Arm Size and Strength. And here's the book, German Body Comp Training Program. Okay, so a lot of these books you can't buy anymore, and I looked on eBay. To get them books is probably about £1,000 to £2,000 now, because they're not seem to be releasing all of the books like they used to, because obviously, you know, he's not alive anymore, which is a bit of a shame. So if you do have a Poliquin book, let me know which one it is, and maybe I might buy it off you if you want to sell it, because I want to get the whole collection. And apparently he wrote over 24 books, but a lot of them are ebooks, and I'm not really into ebooks. So if you've got a hard copy of a book and you're a Charles Poliquin fan like myself, and I'm a Chek fan too, then let me know. So going back to the German volume training, the thing that I like about Poliquin is that he brought out a thing called biosignature. And with biosignature, you take 12 body fat caliper sites, and that will tell you how the hormonal profile is and what vitamins and minerals are low in the body, as well as doing lab testing and blood testing to find out exactly what's going on. So I've not done the body fat caliper testing because I need to find a Poliquin coach to do that on me. But I decided to research the supplements that he wants you to take in which to get optimum performance and strength. So the first one he recommends is up to 60 grams of fish oil. Okay, but this depends on how high your fat levels are, and this is why you need to get it tested. So mine's about 17 to 18%, so I'm having about 15 of these a day. Then he said, which I already do anyway, was all about digestive health, so digestion, making sure that that's working so the body's utilising the food. And then he said about branched chain amino acids. He wants you to take at least 40 grams of this a day. Now, the only thing with this one is that it's full of sweeteners, so I want to get one that's not got sweeteners in it. And when I mix 30 grams up of that, it's like eating a chocolate bar. It's horrible. I don't like it. So I need to get a new one of that. So he recommended that during your workouts, not at the end, not before, but during your workouts, and adding vitamin C to that, which I'm doing. Then L-glutamine before you go to bed at night and when you wake up and during the day to heal the gut, which I already know how good L-glutamine is for the muscle as well. Then he recommended isonic zinc, which on the label it says 15 milligrams, but he reckons that you should take 3 grams in which to have a precursor into helping your testosterone maybe go up a little bit higher and help with your immune health and stuff like that. So I'm taking all that now, and I've been taking that for about 2 weeks roughly. And the fish oils have been good, but I have cheated a little bit on my diet, being Christmas had a little bit more carbohydrates than what I should be, but I've been training every day, so I'm going to train once I've had some food this afternoon and have a good workout. So with the volume training, because I'm training at home at the moment, I've got 35 kilo kettlebells, 20 kilo dumbbells, 6 kilo club bells, a medicine ball, and a chin-up bar, and some resistance bands. So I'm going to be building my body with these bits of kit. Now, a year ago, I was not well for about 6 months. Didn't feel right. Don't know whether it was that thing that everyone's talking about. I'm not going to mention it because I don't want my YouTube channel being taken down. But I managed to recover doing Tai Chi. And doing Tai Chi is very low load, but you're working on the 12 meridians in the body. So these meridians are really key for powering up energy and giving you more chi flow and more balance, more energy inside your body. So as I got better and better at that, then I started to do press-ups, sit-ups, bought some light dumbbells, bought some light kettlebells. Already had heavy kettlebells, but couldn't lift them. So 6 months on, I now can lift them all and my strength is back to where it used to be. But I really wanted to see whether in the German body comp training book, Charles says that you can gain up to 8 to 9 pounds of muscle in 3 weeks. Now, from what I learned from basic studying with the YMCA, they said that you could only gain 7 pounds of muscle a year. So if I can gain extra 7 and then another 8 on top, that would be amazing. I would definitely get to my 18-inch guns. So this is what I'm experimenting on myself. Because before I try anything with my clients or recommend anything to my clients, I'm a great believer in, right, I've got to do it myself to know what reaction the body's going to go through, to know what I'm going to feel, so I can educate my clients. It's not just about me reading a book, oh, that's 100% correct, or listening to the guy in the changing room that's more ripped than me, or maybe have bigger legs than me. I want to research anything before I try it on myself or my clients. So Poliquin stated that drinking alcohol can suppress your testosterone for 1 month. So I don't drink alcohol. He said that the same can happen with smoking cannabis. I don't smoke cannabis. Then he said you need to deserve your carbohydrates. And as you see, my lines of my face here started to come in more and more because I've massively reduced my carbohydrate intake. Now, I do love carbs, especially in the winter. But really, if you can avoid carbs, if you're a protein type like myself, then you will stay leaner as you age. And most clients that I see are either drinking too much alcohol or working out in the wrong way. You're either doing too much or not doing enough. Or they just don't understand about nutrition and why you need to put certain vitamins, minerals, amino acids and zinc and vitamin D into the body in which to make it a lot stronger. So he recommends about 20 to 25 sets per workout, and you're doing concentrically 1, econcentrically 1, 2, 3, 4, and pausing at the bottom from 1 to 2, and resting from 1 minute to 2 minutes. There's a bit of an argument about the rest time, but I think you just got to go by how your body feels. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the change of me training consistently 4 days a week, as well as taking huge amounts of fish oil, huge amounts of zinc, high amounts of BCAAs, and getting my protein mainly from food. I'm not really into protein shakes because they give you bad farts and bad skin, and normally the nutrition in the protein shakes is very, very low. So I'd rather be on an organic or wild food diet. So then that way I'm getting all the vitamins and minerals that my body needs. So it's going to be interesting to see the growth, to see the improvements, even though I'm age 50. Because we know that, I think it's by every year that you age, your testosterone comes down and growth hormone by about 2%. Okay, so when you're age 50, trying to gain muscle would be quite difficult. But if you're very new to training, say like you come to me, you haven't trained for 3 years or a year or 2 years, then I wouldn't give you German volume training to start off with. I would give you corrective exercise in which to normalize any disbalances you have and give you a flexibility training program in which to get your flexibility up to the norm. Then we'd work on stability for about 8 weeks, getting you to do all balance work and stuff like that. Then we'd go into some strength training, maybe on and off, 4 to 6 weeks, and just keep changing it, but keep addressing it. So, doing body fat caliper measurements as well as addressing your programs. So somebody like me needs a program every 2 weeks, a new program, because I'm an elite athlete from a point of view of training for so many years without stopping. The longest amount of time I've had off was not last year, the year before, which was nearly 6 months. But I was still doing light walking, still doing Tai Chi, but wasn't doing any heavy lifting whatsoever because I just couldn't do it. And to be back onto top form is a real blessing from the gods above, to be able to train hard and heavy again. And if anybody knows me, will tell you I train hard. I'm not a pussy when it comes to my gym workouts. And I make sure that I'm in the gym to train, not to make friends. I'll chat to you after my workout, but not during my workout. Stay away from me because I'll just bite your head off. Because I just want to train and get it done and get it finished. So the only thing that I may do differently with the German volume training is that I might add some Tai Chi at the end. So the German volume training will make my body quite yang, and I want to get more yin balance as well. And this is from what I studied with the Chek Institute. And say one day when I wake up and I feel too tired to do German volume training, then I'll do some Tai Chi for an hour instead of doing, or mobilizing for an hour instead of doing German volume training. But from what I've found so far, I get DOMs for about 1 day and then they're completely gone. But then I do Epsom salt baths, I do self-massage, I got the Theragun that I use as well, in which to release all that, all the load in the body that may be causing the pain. So I'll get some before pictures done over the next couple of days, and then I'll do after pictures once think I've got to the level that I want to get to. I want to see my lower abdominals, and Charles says when you see your linea alba, which is where your belly button is, or around that area, and your lower abdominals, that's showing that you're very, very lean. And the other thing is, another quick tip, if you want to test your own testosterone, if you're a male, just put your arm up, and if you can pinch more than your penis skin on your tricep, then you've got too much body fat and your testosterone is too low. Okay? So one simple test that you can do to find out if your testosterone is too low. And then training frequency, if you get wood in the morning, then you should be training in the morning. If you get wood in the afternoon, or you're looking at birds more in the afternoon, then maybe you should train in the afternoon. But it depends on your work and lifestyle commitment, doesn't it? Because I've got clients I see late in the evening because one of them's a doctor and finishes work at 6 o'clock. So rather than say, no, we can't train, I get him to train, but I make sure that I do physiological load assessment before we train, so I know that what I'm going to give him is not going to jack him up or cause any other long-term health issues. So I hope you've enjoyed this video about German volume training, and you should see some videos of me doing it, which will be 15 seconds long or 60 seconds long. So I can't really talk about what I'm doing, I'm just doing the exercises. And please comment down below if you've tried German volume training. The other thing that I've seen is Nick Mitchell, Up Fitness. The guys that I've seen that work for him got great physiques, but some of them have structural anomalies like forward head posture, winging scapulars, and even in the back of Charles's book, you'll see that this person's got a winging scapula there. Can you see that? And then on this one a little bit as well. So this is the difference between the Chek philosophy to Poliquin's philosophy. And Poliquin's philosophy about abdominal training was if you can heavy squat, you've got strong abdominals. Now, if I do blood pressure cuff testing with the abdominals, you would see that not to be true. And the same with breathing into the belly button when you're doing, say, a 1 rep max squat, using a weightlifting belt is counterproductive to the core. But I'd have to show you that and prove it to you by showing you these different tests that I've learned through the Chek Institute, that you would go, wow, you're 100% right. And when I worked at a gym locally a couple of months ago, I was going around doing these testing on the big guys, and they were shocked and stunned at what I was showing them, and that they said, I'm getting rid of my weightlifting belt, or I'm going to teach myself how to do it correctly, because I made them 50% stronger. So with Paul Chek and Charles Poliquin, obviously, as far as I know, Paul Chek didn't train 400 athletes in 200 different sports and got them to the Olympics. Paul Chek was specialised in people with chronic injuries for rehab. So Danny Way, what's the other guy's name? Lowell Hamilton, and people like that are quite famous for what they did athletically. Like Danny Way was a skateboarder, and Lowell Hamilton is a world famous surfer. So he's worked with some massive names and managed to rehabilitate their bodies and get them back to their sport using his system. But him and Charles Poliquin worked together for a long time until they fell out for some reason. There is a picture going around of a guy squatting with a bar across his back and squatting on top of a Swiss ball. Now, Charles said that was really pointless. But I found just kneeling on the Swiss ball that my core and my whole body felt a lot stronger. And I found that doing some core work in my program, like balancing on the Swiss ball and different stuff, enables me to stay much stronger and injury-free. And this is what Paul Chek was pushing out in all these DVDs and courses and stuff like that. And I found it to be true with clients that have had thoracic outlet syndrome, or have had lower back issues, or have had sciatica going down into the foot and into the hip. By using the Swiss ball, I've managed to be able to get them out of pain, which I wouldn't have been able to do just with Poliquin's heavy, hard training. So I think doing Poliquin and Chek is a great idea if you're a new trainer that wants to really set the standard in the industry. And this is really annoying about the industry, TikTok and YouTube, is that everybody has an opinion of everything. And the body's more complex than a car engine, and this is why I've read over 900 books, is to make sure that I've got up-to-date knowledge and that I can really help my clients, where the trainer, the physio, the chiropractor, the osteopath may have failed. And normally my client base have been to see all these types of people and nothing has worked, and I'm the last person they get to see, and they get wowed by, this is why this is happening, this is why that's happening, and this is what we're going to do to change it. So I'm going a bit on a rant now. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please like, please share. Go to my Active Bryant Systems on TikTok and Active Bryant Systems on Apple Podcasts if you want to listen to what I'm talking about and comment and say I'm a twat, whatever you like. I've got quite thick skin, so I'm not bothered about that. Or you'll just get blocked. One of the two. But hopefully over the next year or 6 months, you should see me getting leaner and leaner. I've got a six-pack now. Well, everyone's got a six-pack, but I've got a six-pack now, but it's not as lean as I would like it to be. So I'm just working on that now. So I'm having no carbs or very low amount of carbs. So what I mean by that is if I'm having meat, I'm having like avocados or a vegetable that's still high in protein. So reducing the carbohydrate loads of what I would normally eat. Okay, so thanks very much. I've got a call coming through now. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, please like, please share. Bye.